And this is the Magdalene Network.
To day two, we have made it. Today, we're going to talk about the sacred union within. We're going to start today with a quote from the Gospel of Thomas. If you're not familiar with the Gospel of Thomas, it is one of the Gnostic Gospels, and I highly recommend checking it out. When the two become one, when you make the inner as the outer and the outer as the inner, then you will enter the kingdom. Ah, I know what you're probably thinking. Is this where Mary and Jesus become married comes in? It's the question everyone asks, and for good reason. We've heard countless interpretations. Were they married? Were they sacred companions? Did they have children? Were they lovers? Were they initiates in a shared priestess lineage? The truth is, there is no definitive proof in either direction, but what is clear is that they had an unusually intimate and spiritually bonded relationship. Many residents and medieval artists even depicted Mary with the swollen belly during resurrection scenes, a symbolic or literal gesture suggesting pregnancy. Whether this was an artistic expression, secret knowledge, or pure symbolism, we may never know. But what we can know, what the texts actually show, is that Jesus and Mary understood each other on a level others did not, a level of consciousness, a level of maturity, a level of inner union. And that is what today is truly about. The true meaning of the sacred union. So day two brings you into one of the most misunderstood mystical teachings of early Christianity. Sacred union was never about romance, not the Hollywood soulmate fantasy, not the patriarchal marriage model later used by the church, not the you complete me conditioning fed to little girls. That's a movie reference from the 80s. The early mystical texts, the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Mary, and the oral teachings surrounding the Magdalene reveal something entirely different. Union was never about two bodies becoming one. It was about your inner world remembering its wholeness. This lies at the heart of mystical Gnostic Christianity. The unification of the parts of yourself that have been fractured by conditioning, trauma, fear, and the expectations of society. And this is exactly why we're being called to examine this now. The scale has tipped too far. We've been living almost entirely from conditioning, forgetting who we are, where we come from, and how to communicate with our souls. In fact, we've probably forgotten we've had souls altogether. We stopped hearing the inner voice and elevated the outer noise. And so Magdalene Path calls us back. She calls us back to examine where the conditioning has overtaken your life. Examine where you've abandoned yourself to fit in. Examine where your voice was silenced even by you. This is the beginning of the inner union. The real meaning of two become one is early mystics understood something modern spirituality is only now discovering. The sacred masculine and sacred feminine are not genders. They are living archetypes within every soul. Did you see that? The sacred masculine and the sacred feminine are not genders. They are living archetypes within every soul. The feminine, intuition, embodiment, emotional intelligence, surrender, and wisdom. The masculine, clarity, structure, protection, discernment. Every soul carries both. The human wound is not lack of love. It is the inherited belief that we are incomplete. We were taught to seek salvation outside of ourselves, to seek approval outside of ourselves, to seek worth outside of ourselves. But Jesus and Mary taught something entirely different, something dangerous to any institution that profits from spiritual dependency. You are already whole. Your completion is inside of you. The kingdom is your inner alignment. Sacred union is the reconciliation of your inner divide, the marriage to your strength and softness, your logic and intuition, your knowing and surrender, your divine feminine and divine masculine. When these parts of you stop battling each other, you stop battling yourself and life begins to soften. Most women carry an invisible fracture that shows up everywhere. The voice that begs you to rest versus the voice that demands you to keep producing, achieving, proving. The part of you that knows versus the part that second guesses itself into paralysis. The soft part of you that longs to feel versus the part that learned long ago that feeling wasn't safe. This split is not your mistake. It is a result of generations of conditioning insisting that women are either too much, not enough, too emotional, too shut down, too intuitive, too irrational, too wild, too obedient. So we shut down whatever part made people uncomfortable. But day 2 brings you home to this truth. When you reclaim part of yourself that you have abandoned, your soul returns to harmony. Balance invites peace. Separation creates suffering. Wholeness is not a destination, it is your birthright. The Magdalene insight is that the union of energies within you mirrors the union Jesus spoke of in the esoteric Gospels. When the inner becomes the outer becomes the inner. This is not about being perfect. It is about coherence. Coherence of your heart, your truth, your actions, and your voice all aligned. The Magdalene path has never been about being the good woman. It is the path of the integrated woman, the woman whose inner world and outer life finally match. This is a sacred union. This is power. Let's prepare for our meditation now. We're going to, if you recall yesterday, it'll be similar to that. There's going to be an affirmation. We're going to get into a meditation and try to get in touch with our soul voice. Hopefully you were successful with that yesterday and you will be just as successful with that today. However, I do want to just let you know that accessing your soul voice is very similar in the way that you go to the gym and you work out a muscle. The more you do it, the more you will easily access that voice. We're so used to speaking from the ego part of us that we don't stop to listen to the soul voice. So you're going to have to be real quiet, clear your mind, and really listen when you're asking those questions. And sometimes, if it doesn't come to you on the spot, maybe just try it again later on in the evening. Maybe you'll get a different reaction. So I'm going to have you placing your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your womb or lower belly. If you do not have a womb, it's completely fine. Just putting your hands on your lower belly, it's the same. The center of your creative fire. Take 3 slow, intentional breaths. One more. We're going to do 4 counts in through the nose and 6 counts out through the mouth. Let the feeling into your space, feeling like you have arrived. Going to place your hands. We already did that. Now gently say, my inner union is whole. My inner union is whole. Okay. Now we're going to close our eyes. Feel your hands on your heart and your womb. Let your breath lengthen, your shoulders soften, your belly expand. Take a deep inhale into your heart and exhale, pushing it down into your womb. Again, inhale into your heart and exhale down into your womb. Do this one more time, slower. Now imagine a soft rose gold mist surrounding you, warm, comforting, ancient. This is the field Mary Magdalene taught from. Feel the mist gather at your heart. Let it swirl, expand, and gently illuminate the space. This is sacred feminine energy within you. Your intuition, your knowing, your feeling, your wisdom, your ability to soften and receive. Let this feminine light become slightly brighter, not overwhelming, just warm, fluid, compassionate. Now bring your awareness down into your solar plexus, the space below your ribs, above your navel. See a steady golden light glowing there. This is the sacred masculine energy within you. Your clarity, your structure, your strength, your discernment, and your direction. Let this masculine light glow just a little brighter. Steady, grounded, protective. Now, with both lights glowing simultaneously, whisper to yourself, soul, show me where I have been divided. Allow images, memories, sensations, or emotions to rise. You are not fixing anything. You are witnessing where the feminine and masculine inside you have been out of harmony. Next, you will ask, soul, what part of me has carried too much? Let the answer rise. Don't question it, just feel into it. Once you're feeling to that question, we'll move on to the next. Soul, what part of me has been silenced, suppressed, or forgotten? Let the response move through your body, even if it comes as a feeling rather than a thought, and breathe into your answers. Now imagine the feminine light in your heart sending a gentle ribbon of rose gold energy down towards your solar plexus, and the masculine light sending a ribbon of golden light up towards your heart. Visualize as these two energies move towards each other, slowly, intentionally, meeting in the middle of your chest. And the moment they touch, they begin to merge into a single radiant sphere of light. Neither masculine nor feminine, but a coherent union of both. This is the moment your inner world begins to remember who you were before conditioning split you apart. This light expands throughout your chest, your ribs, your belly, your throat, your womb, your entire inner landscape. Feel it balancing you, reordering you, reclaiming you, and reuniting you. When you're ready, speak inside yourself once again. Soul, what do I need to know to remain whole? And listen carefully. Whatever rises, trust it, even if it's only a whisper. When the message feels complete, take one final breath into the glowing sphere inside your chest and gently open your eyes, coming back into the room. So, how is that? So, now we're going to grab our journals and we're going to do some journaling as we did yesterday, free writing, just putting your pen to the paper, answering these questions. These prompts are really just to assist you if you received something else and it's not relevant to the prompts. You can write whatever you felt. This is your journey. You do it any way you wish. Where do I feel divided between doing and being? What part of myself did I sacrifice to feel accepted or safe? What wants to return home to me today? And the last one is, how did my soul voice speak during the meditation? Just let it flow out onto the page. This is truth reclaiming itself. Some of you may receive some aha moments. You may realize that you've been holding this inside all of along, and your soul voice just revealed something quite amazing to you. That's what happened to me a few years ago. If you want to hear about that, you're going to have to look up my story. No. Okay, so let's come back into the space. Both hands over your heart. We're going to say out loud slowly, my inner union is whole. My soul leads. All of me rises together. Let the words settle into your belly and your bones. You have completed day number 2. If you didn't receive any messages today, I want you to know that that's okay. Sometimes we try too hard and we're just not relaxed enough, or we're not listening to the signs and the symbols and all the things that we get. But I want you to know that our intuition, everyone has it. It is innate in us. We've just forgotten how to use it. So we are practicing that muscle. We're going to keep tuning in to the soul voice so we can access that space and receive the messages that we need to hear. So I hope you've enjoyed today. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you back here tomorrow.